Hi, kindergarten. I wanted to show you how to put together the booklet that I made for y'all for the sight words. And then I'll also go over the sight mirrored menu, and then for April that I made. And then I'll also explain how to use the sight word booklet. So first, you don't have to do any cutting for this. The way that you do it is I printed it out one-sided, as you see here. And then you're going to take each page and you're going to fold it so that the white side, the back, is on the inside. So you just fold each page, set it aside. Probably should have pre-folded. All right, here we go. So you fold each one. And once you've folded each one, you want to make sure they're in order before you staple them together. And last one, so this is the back cover right here. And if you finish all these sight words, then when you open this up on the document, this is actually a link here, and it'll take you to more lists. So I'm going to put, okay, list 6. So before list 6, I want list 5. All right, so that goes on top there. List 4, I want list 3 next. So I'm going to put that on top. So when you open it up, list 3, list 4. Here's list 2. Here's list 1. And there we are. We have our booklet. Now, the next thing you can do, now if you don't have a stapler at home, you can hole punch or make holes with something sharp, and then you can tie with yarn or some type of string along this side as well. I've definitely made books like that before. Works just as well as staples. You just might have to be a little more gentle with it when you open it. And I'm going to put 4 staples along here because it's nice and tall, this booklet. All right, so I got my staples, and now you're going to put your child's name here. So I'm going to put my mom's name. I'm going to say Stacy's Kinder Sight Word Booklet. Ta-da! All right, let's check and make sure it made sense. So we got list 1, then list 2, list 3, and list 4, list 5, list 6, and then the back cover, and we made our booklet. So what you're going to do is you're going to start at the beginning, and what you do want to do is you want to make sure when you're working with your child that you don't overwhelm them with words, and sometimes 2 lists is too much. So if to just show one at a time, you just flip it back, and you put it in front of your child, and you say, okay, will you read the words that you know? And you can kind of start at the top, they're used to that, and they'll go down, and a lot of times they might say, if they don't know it, that's okay. Say, oh, that's A. And then they can say A, okay? But you don't mark it if they don't know it. As I'm going down, I'll pretend like I'm the child. And you can hear when they know it and when they don't really know it, okay? So A, I, the, C, 2, me, you, is, me, her. Okay, so you saw it here, it wasn't is, right? They held it a long time. So you could say, oh, what's the word again? And then they should say is. Okay. If they have to sound out any bit of it, like they did on these 2, even though they got them right in the end, they had to sound them out a little bit to figure it out. And the whole point of sight words is that they know it by sight. They don't have to sound it out. They look at the whole word and they can tell what it is. And sometimes I say they should need to know it in a snap. And I say that because it should be A, I, the, C. I usually say about 2 seconds. If they don't know it, then you move on to the next one. And remember, tell them, like, the whole goal of this is to learn. So you're just figuring out what words we know and what words we don't, so that then you can work on the words that you don't, and so then you can learn them. And then you can say, oh, Miss Carr's going to be so excited that you learned these new words this week. We got to work hard so we can tell her which ones you learned, okay? You can still use me as a motivation, okay? And then send me what you learned, and I'll love to send your child an email back or a little letter back, and I'll take a picture of it and really celebrate their learning. So then when you're done, so you see how I used a pencil. In my instructions, I said you could also use a highlighter. The only problem I realized is that now that you're kind of back to back, when you mark them off, so here I'm using let's see what happens. Okay, if you flip it over, it might go through to the other side. This one didn't, so maybe you could still use a highlighter. But either way, you just mark them off if they know them. And then you're gonna take the next 5 words they don't know. Okay, so here I already have 5 words, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for my child to work on. But let's say they got almost all of these, then you go on to the next list, okay? Until you have 5, finish the whole list. And then let's say, oh, okay, we have 7 maybe on our list. So let's say my child got buy, he, go. Let's say they also got these ones, right? So there's just 2 on this one. Okay. So, okay, now if my child did that, okay, there's so many on this one that they didn't know, so you can stop there, right? You already know there's at least 5 that you can work on, so you can stop. Okay, if not, you keep going through the whole packet until you have 5 that they don't know, okay? But you stop and you say, okay, great, we're gonna have my and here. You can have your child practice right now when you're going over it. Say, oh my gosh, okay, we gotta choose our 5 words. Okay, this is our first word. Second word we're gonna work on. This is the third word we're gonna work on, the 4th one, and the 5th one, okay? And then you can say that's where we're gonna stop for this week. And these are the 5 we're really gonna focus on. Okay, and then you can even write them separately somewhere if you need to. So for example, I might say, okay, our 5 words are my, here, we, know, and come. Okay, and now you can take those words and then you're going to use them for the week on your sight word menu. Okay, so you can kind of set this aside, making sure it's in a safe place so you can find it. You should be making a little learning area or learning box for your child, whether it's you can use a shoe box to keep their things in. You can use, I'm using those, what do you call them? Magazine files. Those are really great for storing things like this. So make sure you find a place to store things like this for your child so you always know where to find them. And they can find them too. We're really trying to make them independent learners. So I'm going to set that to the side. Our sight word menu, you can see there's 9 options on the menu. And that's on purpose. It's supposed to kind of look like a little bit of a game that your child can decide which ones they want to use today. So the first one for April, then that's the whole same menu for all of April. When we move into May, I'm going to have a new sight word menu with 9 different new activities that they can do. Now, if there's something they really liked in this menu that isn't on the May menu, they can always go back to an activity that they liked. That is totally fine. These are just fun ideas. If you come up with other ones, fabulous. Okay, use what works for your child. This is writing sight word sentences. So what that mean, it would be, for example, I might say, we are here. That's a sight word sentence. It's short, but it uses 2 words. No, I don't want to come to the store. So I use 2 here. Now, you don't have to use 2 in each one. That's more of the challenge, right? But you can use 1 in each sentence. So that'd be 5 sentences that they would be working on writing. But again, do what they can do. So if they only want to write 1 each day, that's fine. Or if they just, I would say to usually try to do 4 sentences. But if they use, or to use all the sight words, that's kind of the goal of this one. So that's 1 activity, and that would be your phonics activity for that day. Maybe the next time you do a sight word or phonics activity from the sight word menu, you might want to do the utensil switch. This one we've done in centers at school. And then what it is you write it with a pencil in the first column, and then you get a marker and you get to write the word with a marker in the second column, and then you get a crayon and you write in the third column, and then you get a highlighter and mark in the highlighter column, and you get to write the word 4 different ways. And they really like using different tools, so it's fun. The scavenger hunt is where you basically write the words on a piece of paper, and then you write the words all on their separate Post-its, and you hide them all around the house. And then the kid has to go around and find them and bring them back and stick them back on the clipboard to match them with the sight word that they had. And make sure they're always saying the sight words, not just bringing the Post-it back and be like, it matches. Have them say, well, what does that say? Oh, it says my. Look at all the Post-its I found with my. You don't have to do just 1 per word. Like if you only want to use these 5, you could put 3 my's all around the house, 3 here's all the way around the house. Okay, and they have to find 15 different Post-its. That'd be really fun. Flashlight words is where you write the sight words down and then you tape them or paste them around the room. But then when it's dark or at night, you get a flashlight out and you shine the flashlight on a word and your child has to say it. It's really fun to do with siblings. They can also do it on their own. Sometimes they really like doing that. Sight word wordo is just bingo, but with sight words. So I made a little board that you guys can put any words that you want. And remember that you can always use words that they already know as well. So like this bingo board I made has 25 slots. Okay, that's way too many words. You don't want to use 25 new words. So you'd use words they already know. Okay, so I'd use all these ones that I highlighted as ones to practice because I already know them. And then the new 5 words would be challenge words. Okay, and you can do a smaller bingo board with less options. You could do only 9 slots. You don't have to use the 25 one. Okay. This one, roll a sight word, they've also done in class before. So you do need a die for that one. There's a lot of different videos online to make die with paper if you don't have a die at home. So yeah, you roll the dice and then you, just one die, I guess. And then you copy the same word down the column if you roll that. So you put your 5 or 6 words across and you can do a word that they already know. And then there are 5 new ones because there's 6 slots. And you roll. And if I get a 2, if I had written my here, then I would write my again because I got a 2. Okay, so first you just write them all across. So I put here and we and no and come, and then my child already knew the, so I'm gonna put that one in there too. Okay, and then they go down the columns. And then Play-Doh is exactly what it sounds like. So you just get out some Play-Doh, look at the words, and then try to make them out of Play-Doh and make sure again that they're saying them as they're making them. This one is using Legos, so this takes a little bit of prep. On Legos or any type of building blocks, what you want to do is put the letter on the Lego. And you want to make enough that they can really play with them. Sorry about that. So what you would do is you take some Legos. Okay, and you want to try to choose some that are similar sizes. It would be the best. Okay. So for example, if I have these Legos, now it's a little tricky because you don't want to do it on the, you can't do it on the top, right? You have to do it on the sides here. Okay, so if let's say, as your prep, you know, you have to do this before you can also do it with your child and say, hey, we're going to do it so you can make here, you know, twice. So we need to do enough H's and R's and E's that we can do here. So you put them on there. I use an Expo pen, but you can use a Sharpie. And then you can use this over and over and over again. And then when you're done and you don't want to have the Sharpie on there anymore, your child will be able to tell you that there's a special trick you can do. And I'll actually show it to you here. If you use a Sharpie, let's do another E on there. Okay. And when you're all done and you're like, I don't want these to have a Sharpie on them anymore, you go over it with an Expo. And then you can use any type of wipe. And it wipes right off. Like magic. So, yeah, I would totally use Sharpie actually for this because then the M is going to be kind of hard, huh? It's easier to write with Sharpie. Oh, I only want one letter. See? Even I'm getting better at this. Okay. M. That totally looks like an M, right? Sharpie's can be finer than an Expo, which is nice too. Okay. So I have all my things. I'm going to mix them up. Okay. I'm going to try to find a sight word. Oh, I found an R. Oh, okay, which one of my words has R's in it? Ah, there it is. H. Excellent. You see how it got smudged? So if you use Sharpie, that won't happen. So I would definitely recommend that. Oh, I get to put together. It says her. Ta-da. Oh, wait. That wasn't one of my sight words. I have to find the other E for her. Ta-da. There it is. Her here. I made here. And there you go. You made your sight word. Okay, and the last one is salt trays. So you pour a bunch of salt or sugar or anything that's small and granular, sand, you know, onto a tray so it doesn't all spill off. And then your child can just have fun with their finger making the sight words in the tray. And then what they do is they shake the tray and then the salt will come back over and then they make the next one and make sure they're saying them again as they go, okay? And that's it. That's our menu for today. If you have any questions about these or you're not sure how to do them or a link's not working, please email me right away and I'll be able to fix that for you. And that's how we're doing our sight words. Thanks. See you later.